This morning, we're counting down to the moment the Apollo 11 launched 50 years ago. No more return, but NASA is setting its sights on a new trip to the moon, 2024. Some critics argue that that's unrealistic, though, amid budget concerns and already missed deadlines. Many presidents have made the promise to go back. None have accomplished it so far. Mark Strassmann is in front of the original Apollo capsules. That's in the Visitor Center at Kennedy Space Center. That's about 2 miles from where I am. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. This is one of the old Apollo capsules. This one actually belonged to Apollo 14. And inside it, 3 men flew 250,000 miles to the moon and returned to Earth safely. I want to show you now how NASA plans to go back to the moon. It's been called Apollo on steroids.
This is Orion, NASA's first design of a deep space crew capsule since the Apollo era. The spaceship astronauts have been evaluating what NASA has been testing all the way to splashdowns. We got to see up close at the Johnson Space Center.
We put these on to make sure when we're getting in and out, since we're not astronauts, we don't hurt ourselves.
We are not astronauts,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, all right.
From the outside, Orion looks similar to Apollo's capsule.
Come on down into the step.
But climb inside. Mark Kirisich oversees NASA's Orion program. The capsule is 50% bigger than Apollo's, roomy enough for 4 astronauts.
So you'll be the pilot today, I'll be the commander.
At eye level, a 21st century space dashboard. Just one example of how this moonshot will be different.
When we went last time, the goal was land a person on the moon and return them safely to Earth, and we did that. This time it's a little bit different. It's about a sustainable, long-term human space exploration program.
Orion would launch on top of an SLS rocket designed to be more powerful than the Apollo-era Saturn V. Its destination, a mini space station orbiting the moon called Gateway. Orion's crew would dock there and take a lunar lander down to the moon's surface. A handful of companies are now proposing designs for Gateway.
Watch your head.
Frank DeMoro showed us Northrop Grumman's mock-up of a Gateway habitat. He oversees space systems for the company.
So when the Orion is here, this would be open for the crew to go back and forth.
Up to 4 astronauts could work and live here for up to 2 months.
So if you look up here, that's a berth that a crew member would go in when it's time to go to sleep.
The Apollo astronauts were basically living out of their car to and from the moon. This is more of a home.
It's a place where they can cook their food, where they can gather and socialize, but really do their work.
But Orion and the SLS rocket are years behind schedule and billions over budget. In March, the Trump administration, fed up, ordered NASA to put Americans back on the moon by 2024.
If NASA's not currently capable of landing American astronauts on the moon in 5 years, we need to change the organization, not the mission.
NASA did just that last week, ousting the top 2 managers of the Artemis program.
It was entirely my decision, but at the end of the day, we need to be very clear that NASA is committed to cost and schedule.
NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine says it could take $20 billion additional dollars over 5 years to meet that new deadline.
My next step is to get the support from the United States Congress.
How realistic is it that we're going to have people on the moon by 2024?
Well, I think it's realistic. If the Congress follows what we have put forward, we will have the first woman and the next man on the moon in 2024.
When this hatch closes, imagine 3 astronauts squeezed inside for 8 days for the round trip to the moon. Now, without additional billions, NASA has no chance of going back to the moon by 2024. And Administrator Bridenstine will be on Capitol Hill tomorrow, Gayle, to make NASA's case.
Well, 2024, it will be here before you know it. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you. So they say they're going to have, they hope to have the first woman, 2024? Yeah.
Maybe it could be me.
Yes.
Why not?
Would you want to go? Would you want to go, Jerika?
Oh man.
May I remind you, you have a daughter.
I know. Right?
Yeah.
She has to come with me. No, but the idea of 10, 15, 20 years from now, what does that space exploration look like is kind of freaky. But
it's looking a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
If they had Netflix up there, I might go.
50 years later, we're talking about it. It is breathtaking when you see it. It does make you proud to say, we did that.
Yeah, no.
The U.S. did that.